Grocery items that are going up in price right now. Let's discuss. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Danno and Frank, our Patriot Bald Eagle. Tonight we're going to discuss a lot of items that you and I have been seeing in the grocery stores that have been going up in price to kind of keep everybody in the know and aware of items that are going up right now. Number one on this list that I have come to put together here is random canned goods. Okay, we're going to talk about canned vegetables, canned peaches, or canned fruits. All kinds of canned goods are going up in price. We're seeing a lot of fruit go up in price. We saw at Kroger the other day where even items that are in the plastic containers of Dole went from $3.19 to $3.49. We saw where the 4-packs of fruit went from, or at Kroger, the Kroger brand actually went up to $2.99. And why is that important? Because we've been hearing that all of these products were going to be from the metal cans, the steel cans, aluminum lining, whatever it is. This is what we were told was going up in price, and why I find that this is significant is not only are the cans going up in price, but the plastic ones are too. And this is why we always say on the channel here that when we see these things go up in certain areas, we're going to see them go up pretty much everywhere as we have. So that one is at the top of the list. No specific order tonight. We're just going to go over some of the things that you guys have been talking about and me as well. I just wanted to throw that one out there because that is one that I've noticed has been going up in price that has nothing to do with metal, but it's going up in price anyway. I don't know, but let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. Next on the list, you probably guessed it, is coffee. We're seeing coffee start to skyrocket everywhere. We've seen the 40.3 ounce canisters of Folgers Classic Roast go up to $22.99 at Kroger now, regular price. It's right over, I think it's hovering right around $20 at Walmart. I have to get back to Walmart and see what the prices are there. I know coffee's been going up everywhere. It has gone up at Aldi as well. The Classic Roast at Aldi for the big canisters of Classic Roast is $11.49 now. So that's gone up again. Both of these, the Colombian was just under $10 as well. Now that is $10.98, $10.99, somewhere around there. Which is funny that Colombian's actually a little cheaper. I'm sure it won't be long before that plays catch up. I also saw where the decaf, the small cans of decaf at Aldi are $5.99 now. $5.99. And, you know, that's up pretty significantly. And the small bags of Barissimo coffee, the ground coffee at Aldi, is now $6.49. So we are seeing coffee in even some of the cheapest stores we shop at go up in price. Okay, so next on the list, one thing that we've been noticing pretty much everywhere all around the country has been beef, and beef continues to go up in price. But not only that, we're seeing less and less sales on beef as well. The higher the regular price, the less of a sale that we're going to see in the future. Like the last time I saw ribeyes on sale at Kroger, they were $11.99 a pound on a digital coupon. The sale before that, mind you, it was around a holiday, but we did find it for $9.99 a pound. So the sales are getting worse and getting more expensive. Now, one thing that kind of caught my eye is some of the pork prices. We've been seeing pork go up as well. Not so much go up in price, but not seeing the sales that we're used to seeing. If you watched a video where I was shopping at Kroger the other day, I was pointing out some of the different pork prices that have been on sale for virtually years, right? But we've seen high regular prices, and I've been saying that these could change at any time. They are starting to change, and I even seen some of the cheapest pork prices at Aldi between $3.29 and $3.49 per pound as far as pork chops. Now that can vary from city to city, state to state. Meat prices can be a little different, but you can pretty much guarantee that they're going to be a lot more expensive than you've ever paid before. Next on this list is sugar. We've been getting a lot of comments on sugar lately and how it's gotten very expensive. I've seen it kind of come to a halt for a second, but we did see a huge increase about a month ago, a couple months ago for Walmart. We saw where their 4-pound bags of sugar went from a whopping $3.17 to $3.46. Now, I do believe some of the places I did see at Aldi where it was $3.29. This was an item that I was talking about when we saw like a bunch of price drops at Aldi when they were coming out with all the price drops. We actually saw that increase. I don't think that was actually Aldi's fault because we've been seeing sugar prices go up ridiculously, right? I mean, it's just everywhere we go, it's been more and more expensive. Some of them have kind of slowly gone up, but it's all getting up there. And, and the reason why we talk about this is so that you're aware of some of the items that are pretty high in price, so that if you can find a coupon or some deal, some way to save money on them in the future, that is why we go over these things, so that you know what has gone up in the grocery stores and how to save. Now, back to canned goods for just a second. What I wanted to talk about, somebody had mentioned the other day that you saw where a lot of canned vegetables had gone up at Walmart. They have. It's been a little while. Now, like I said, I haven't been to Walmart in a couple of weeks. So I don't know. Maybe some of them have gone up again, or maybe some different products. We saw where canned beans went up again. We did see where the canned vegetables like corn, green beans, and peas from Great Value went from 63 cents a can, 63, 64 cents a can, and then they've just gone up to 76 cents a can. Now, that's been a couple months. We did see where kind of Aldi had mirrored that. Now, theirs for the same corn, green beans, peas were like 63, 64 cents a can. Those are now 76 cents a can as well. Now, I did notice that some of the canned tomatoes had gone up at Aldi. Those were a little cheaper before than Walmart's, but now they've caught up to Walmart and they are 96 cents a can for some of the different canned tomato products. The petite tomatoes, the ones that are diced a little finer, those are a little cheaper at Aldi at 85 cents a can. So, one thing that I have noticed, and what you guys have been talking about, is egg prices. It seems like the egg debacle has been over for a while, yet the prices are still sitting pretty heavy. I have seen 12-count eggs at Aldi for $2.72 a carton for 12 eggs. It has been that for like 2 months. It has not come down any more than that. And we actually saw at Kroger where it was $2.79 for 12 eggs. And then it went up to $2.99 again. So I don't know. I know that they had said that egg prices would start to come down. They did a little bit, but they have stayed at $2.99. So it's like, is this the norm now? My thoughts are it is. I don't think we're going to see it get less than, it's never going to get less than $2 again. I don't think we're ever going to see cartons of eggs go for less than $2 unless you know somebody who has some chickens. So, and I know we have some viewers on the channel who do. Also, drinking the Pike Place. I needed something strong tonight to get through this coffee rant. Things are really starting to go up in the stores again, and I just kind of wanted to sit here on Friday. Happy Friday, by the way. I know I kind of just dove right into this, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys an idea of some of the things that I've been seeing and talk about some of the things that you guys have been sending me comments and emails and stuff like that. So, paper products. Toilet paper seems to be going up again in a lot of areas that you wouldn't think. Like different store brands. I have thought that store brands had reached their peak. They have not. I just saw at Aldi that at the highest price of their 24-roll toilet paper, it went from $15.99 to $16.49. At what point do people just not buy it anymore and just go somewhere else? We find deals in other places. The thing with Aldi is, it's usually some of the best prices, but at the same time, if you work some of the deals, if you work some discounts, maybe some digital coupons, you'd probably be able to find some of that cheaper anywhere else. And when you do the calculation of what you get from Sam's Club, even at their increased price of $24.26, you're still getting way more than what you're getting at Aldi for the Willow brand Ultra, whatever it's called. But just pointing out that went up another 50 cents. And like I was just talking about, the Sam's Club toilet paper, that's been a few months, a couple months for that one. It was $22.98. And it's gone up to $24.26. Now, I have seen at Costco and Sam's Club where the paper towels have both been $19.98, give or take a penny, respectively. And those have sat there. There must be a reason why those have not gone up in price. I wonder if they have done the calculations themselves and have realized that, well, the quality's not like some of the others out there. And if we raise this, people probably aren't going to buy it. Now, we did see where Kirkland toilet paper from Costco went up $1. It was $19.99. Now it's $20.99, but it's been that for a little while. Another thing, back to pork for a second. I was talking about pork chops before. Did I mention that? That they were a little higher at Aldi than I had seen before. But one thing I wanted to mention, and this is how they're covering their butts, not just Aldi, everywhere, right? We see this happen at Walmart too, where a lot of pork prices right now, as you've probably seen in your stores over the last couple months, you'll see these stickers that say price as marked. Why is that? That's because it's changing price all the time. You never really know. As a matter of fact, some of the pork prices that we've looked at Walmart over the last few months, even almost to a year, have been some of the highest pork prices, pork chops, mind you, that I've ever seen in my life. $4.49 a pound or $4.48 a pound. That's ridiculous. And it's been that. That's why it just sits there. It just sits there at Walmart. Like, nobody's paying that. If you are, I'm sorry, but you need to find an Aldi or somewhere else. Even Kroger is cheaper than that. That's ridiculous. Let's not even get into beef prices at Walmart. It's absolutely insane. Some of the beef, I mean, the thing is that a lot of the quality, and, you know, not to knock on Walmart too much, but I just do not buy hamburger at Walmart anymore. There's been a couple times where I've bought hamburger from Walmart in the past, and it just has not been good. But I know some of you guys out there have bought it, and maybe it's just you're in a different part of the country, and maybe they're just getting a better quality. I really don't know, but I quit buying it there because, for one, the prices are just as high as anywhere else, and the quality, I just never really know. But I will say what's different is Sam's Club. You can definitely taste the difference in the hamburger quality between Sam's Club's Members Mark and Walmart. It is two different things. It is. I've compared them, and Sam's Club is just better. It just tastes better. I don't know where they're getting it or how they're doing it or the processing or whatever. Sam's Club tastes better. Although Sam's Club's prices are going up a little much as well. The last time I saw some of their steaks, you guys know I love my ribeyes. Ribeyes are a whopping $16.98 a pound at Sam's Club now. $16.99 a pound at Costco. Costco and Sam's Club are usually a penny apart when it comes to like beef products. Okay, we saw where New York Strip. Boy, they've continued to go up. We saw them at like $12.98. I saw them for $15.98 a pound, but I think they're back down to $14.98 a pound because I don't think anybody was buying. I don't think anybody's paying these prices. Next time you go to your Sam's Club, just as you're walking by, I'm not saying stare at somebody's cart or anything, but you know, as you're passing by, kind of just look, you know, see if anybody's got any steaks or anything. And then if you see steaks in their cart, you know, ask them, what loan did you take out to get that meat? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Don't do that. But, I mean, it's just, you know, for a place like Sam's Club where you pay for a membership or Costco where you pay for a membership, I mean, it is what it is. Beef prices are expensive everywhere. And like I said before, if they're going to pay more, you are definitely going to pay more. So that it's, you know, there's a lot of issues going on with different ranchers and stuff. Feed is really expensive. I know a lot of the cattle had to be sent out early last year, causing prices to go up, supply and demand. And I'll tell you what, every time I go to a grocery store anymore, guys, I see so much meat in the store, it's ridiculous. Why is that? Because it's too daggone expensive. Not many people's buying it. We're not really buying it. I mean, unless I find a deal, which is far and few between, yeah. I mean, for what we get, we stock up, maybe throw in the freezer. If we get like one of them big packs of hamburger from Costco or something, you know, we'll seal it up, throw it in the freezer, you know, and that's about as far as our beef goes these days. We haven't bought a steak in, I don't know. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Even when they were on sale, like they were $11.99 a pound the other day on sale at Kroger, like I was saying before. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I just, when I look at the regular price and I see $18.99 a pound at Kroger for steak, I don't care what steak it is, ribeye, whatever, unless it's filet mignon, I guess. But I mean, that's just way overpriced. But I do believe beef will come down at some point, but it's still going to be a while. Remember us talking about this at the beginning of the year when everybody was coming out and saying, oh, all the beef prices are going to be coming down in March and April. Remember us talking about that? Everybody that's been on the channel for a while. We were reading it straight from different articles. We were reading it from different farmers and stuff like that, you know. But like realtors right now, nobody really knows. But they want to make sure that you're still on the market looking, right? You know, like they want to make sure, you know, like a realtor right now wanting to get you to buy a house. Well, they say, oh, prices should break or the market should crash here at some point. Or it does not. These prices ain't coming down. It might be a little, but it ain't going to be like what it was. That is for sure. And another reason why we need to be stocking up on the sales as we see them within the means of our budgets, guys, because things are happening at the cheapest stores right now that are becoming a real headache for not only everyone around the world, but a lot of our viewers as well. I know a lot of people have expressed their disgust with Dollar Tree. Now, you know, people are going to get on here and say, oh, you don't have to shop here. You don't. A lot of people do. A lot of people do have to shop at Dollar Tree and some other cheaper stores to get by. To get by. I was like, you know, in my younger years, I don't know how I would have made it without our dollar stores and stuff. I mean, you know, but anyway, the fact of the matter is Dollar Tree is just, it's starting to turn into just an all around store where even the and next is going to be shrinkflation. We've already seen it with some other products at Dollar Tree. We saw it with the sugar, where at $1.25, we saw the Domino sugar shrink from 1 pound to 12 ounces. We just saw the light brown sugar that just shrunk to $1. 12 ounces down from a pound. It won't be long before we see the confectioner sugar, the white powdered sugar, shrinkflate as well. My point is that that's what's going to happen next. We see it all the time. We see where the prices kind of stagnate for a little while, and then we'll start seeing products come in that are a lot smaller. A lot smaller. Some of you have mentioned things that I never really caught on before, like some of the different pancake mix, the little small boxes of it. Some of you guys were saying that used to be a much bigger box. I don't remember the bigger boxes, but again, I usually get that kind of stuff at other stores where I'm going to get a lot more and ultimately save a lot more from what I'm paying per ounce. Because you do got to factor that in. Like if you're getting a deal for something that's $1.99 at Kroger and you're getting double what you're going to get at Dollar Tree, well, you know, then you're basically paying an extra 75 cents to get double of what you're getting at Dollar Tree when it's on sale at Kroger. Now, mind you, that's when the sale is. And sales are getting far and few between on a lot of different things. But anyway, you know, and this is just food, guys. We know when I went to Honda the other day, as I was telling you guys to, I had a recall on my Honda where they had to upgrade the software inside the computer. If you missed that video came out today earlier. That was our morning vlog. I was looking at some of the cars in the showroom and I saw a CRV. I think it was a 2025, maybe a 2026. The price was $41,000. $41,000. That's before all the other stuff that they try to get you on and all that stuff. And I was like, my goodness, when I was looking at my car, I was looking at CRVs back in 2021 or 22. Maybe I was looking at 23. I'm not really sure, but the ones that I was looking at, the CRVs, they were like 33, 34,000. Now they're $41,000. I mean, that's, you know, we talk about grocery prices and stuff. That's insane. I mean, it's all insane, guys. It really is. Like car prices, everything. And you hear these commercials too. Like, oh, our inventory, get our inventory now before the tariffs kick in. Tariffs do not affect our inventory right now. Okay, that's cool. I guess that's a way to try and get somebody in there to see your cars. It doesn't seem like it's working at the grocery stores, though, because, boy, you hear tariff. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything. It could be metal, like metal tariffs, wood tariffs, stuff like that. It doesn't matter. That was the point that I was trying to bring across at the very beginning of this. We're seeing products like skyrocketing in price because their excuse is going to be, well, I'm going to need a new metal drum to stir the vegetables to put in the cans, or the fruit cups, right? Dole just had to raise the price 30 cents a cup. That's already too much. Honestly, I prefer the great value ones. I haven't seen those in a while. Like I said, we'll have to get back to Walmart and check it. I like a lot of great value products because at least if you're going to pay a little more there, most great value products like Walmart brand is good quality. Those are the canned fruits that I buy. They did just go up. They were $1.48 a can forever, and they just went up to $1.66 a can. And if you guys remember, I've been saying, like, well, even at $1.66, it's cheaper than a lot of $1.79, $1.89, $1.99 in most of these store brands. And I feel like even with Great Value, the quality is better than Del Monte. Great Value is just really good quality. It's great value. Great value and great quality is what I always like to say. You know, people misunderstand me sometimes when I talk about Walmart. I love Walmart, and Walmart is a good place to shop where you're going to get a lot of good quality from Great Value products and stuff. The problem is like the produce, the meat, the dairy, everything else that just seems to be getting out of control. But not only out of control, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like Walmart is like the last group to go into said factory or warehouse or something and say, well, that fruit's good enough. I'll just take the bottom. Go ahead and send it out. Because they're charging just as much or more than anywhere else. And, you know, I've been to a few different Walmarts over the last couple of months. Like, the produce has just not looked good. The produce has looked terrible. And I don't know where they're getting it. But, I mean, if it's going to be that bad and I got to search around for a good-looking bag of potatoes, then it should be dirt cheap, right? I mean, you know, I'm not really sure how it works. I've just noticed that over the last few years, Walmart's produce has just looked really bad, at least around here. But anyway, guys, just wanted to go over some of the things that we have seen go up in price here over the last couple months. I know we got a lot of things that are going to be going up in price here in the fall. I'm going to keep a close eye on a lot of these different things and try and put out updates as I can. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend and have a great night.